The German Empire finds that the pace of war has slowed considerably. Gone are those easy and quick victories of Belgium, of Holland, and what the Austrians executed in Serbia and Romania, and now those slow attritional battles have arrived. The battles not measured, the success not measured by the territories acquired, but rather by the casualties inflicted upon the enemy. Things are quite grim for the German Empire as they're faced with a two-front war without sufficient resources to combat both at the same time. Germany is in a dire strait, and they have to decide what to do in this circumstance, which front to reinforce, and what battle tactics to employ. German High Command has a solution. They have found the fortress city of Verdun. They have realized that if they capture that territory, they can form a pocket, a fortification or a fortified hotspot where the French forces will bleed themselves white in the attempt to recover that territory. And this is what German High Command has decided: to attack Lorraine with every single unit available to itself, and therefore not necessarily capture that territory, but contest it and force the French forces to attempt to take it back. Welcome all to Axis and Allies 1914 Operation Schlieffen. I am playing this game with Elite Golden and Davvyk as my opponents, and we are now playing the German second turn. I have a lot of fun with this game. I really enjoy the artistry and designing the videos behind it. They do take a little bit more time than expected. You know, I believe each video might take me, I don't know, half an hour each to create. So if you do like the work I'm doing, please like and subscribe and comment on it to tell me how much you encourage, to encourage me to keep on doing the work I'm doing, because I know every comment that people have tells me that people are watching and appreciating the work I'm doing. So thank you all. Let's proceed with a German turn and see what we have in store for you guys. First, the mobilization phase. We have 48 IPP to spend. We're going to get 12 infantry and 2 fighters for the Germans. Let's go on to the combat phase, or movement phase rather, over here in Africa. Now, one of the other commentators, the veteran, mentioned that for the Portuguese, if they are aligned by France, they do not get Angola. The French do not get Angola and Portuguese East Africa as well. This comes as a surprise to me because not only is it not mentioned, but apparently it's in an FAQ that I didn't even realize existed. So yeah, that is interesting to note. So if you have a link to the FAQ, please post it, and then I'll have a read through everything else, because there might be some hidden things that I'm simply not aware of. So combat moves here. We're moving our successful forces in South Africa and moving them up to Rhodesia and simply walking onto that territory, which would gain us another $1. In French Equatorial Africa, we're sending 1 unit down south to the Belgian Congo to help shore up our position, as 3 British infantry are present there versus our 2 German units. And then over here in East Africa, or rather West Africa, we're moving this German infantry back from the Gold Coast to Togoland to back off away from those French units sitting here in French West Africa. Moving on to off the coast of Canada, we have a submarine, and that is going to go up north to off the coast of Scotland here in Sea Zone 4. And likewise, we're going to move this battleship and cruiser to Sea Zone 10 so that it could get repaired on the subsequent turn. Now let's take a look at the Eastern Front. Over here, we are going to send 10 infantry units up to Poland and 1 infantry unit to Galicia from Silesia. 3 artillery is going to move up from Silesia to Poland as well, bringing our total up to 9 artillery here and 11 infantry. From Berlin, we're going to send 3 infantry to Silesia. And now we take a look at the other front. It'll be easier just to do this in a little bit of a lump. So we are going to invade Switzerland. We declare war on them so as to get that extra resources. And we're moving 6 infantry across the border into Switzerland, hoping to take them out in one single round. Unlikely, but there's always that chance. Next up, we do our attack into Lorraine. From Belgium, we're sending in 6 infantry and 5 artillery, and from Alsace, we have 3 artillery and 11 infantry coming into Lorraine, where I believe they have 14 infantry and 5 artillery and a fighter. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for us to take. Hopefully we do more casualties against them than they do against us. Now let's take a look at the battle board and do some combats. So first off, we have this combat lined up in Lorraine, the big one. Let's roll it all out. First, the attack. Again, there's air supremacy for the defense, so they're going to roll 5 dice. But let's roll ours first with 9 dice. 9 dice here as the infantry, rolling at 2s. With plenty of successes here. Excellent. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a 1 there. 5, 6. Excellent. More than we expected. But the dice do tend to average out, so let's see what the next roll is. These are all at 3, with good odds as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, way above average. We've only missed 5 times so far. That is exceedingly good. Now, we only expected to get about, 12 hits? So these would all have to miss, and they don't all miss. So in case, you can see that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With, again, only in total in that battle, we only missed 8 times out of all our dice rolls. So that is exceptionally good. Let's see if the opponent has the same luck. Here's their dice at 4. And they've had decent luck as well. There's already 4 dice here. That's one thing I would say about this game is the dice are incredibly hot. You know, we've seen a lot of successes by all the opponents. That's the fighter missing there. And let's see what the results are from the infantry rolling at 3s. So I suspect this will be about 8 hits. Oh my. Yes, indeed. Okay, this is a success. 2 successes there. 6, 7, 8, 9. My goodness. Okay, 9 here. All right, so on all sides, there's been plenty of successes. So altogether, they've missed. They didn't miss much at all. So altogether, let's see. 5, 6, 7 missed out of theirs, and 8 missed out of ours. So that is incredible. All right, so let's count the casualties here. We did 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 hits. Is that right? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And on our end of things, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 hits. Goodness gracious. Okay, so let's take away ours first because I don't want to mess this up. 13 hits. Goodness. That will take us for a loop. So here's 11. 11 right there. Put them right here. And we need to break our other stack here and take off a couple of these guys. So this here, we need to take off 2, leaving us at 4 behind. So 6 minus 2, sorry, make that 5, 4, yeah, 5 units. Is that right? 4 units left over. 4 units left over. And a good few artillery to boot. Okay, now our opponent. So let's see, I took off 11, and there's, so 6, 6, 18. Is that right, 18? 6, no wait, 11 plus 6 makes 17. And they had hit me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 17, meaning I have 4 left, which is what I have present on the map. Okay, and now on their part, we have 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 hits. So 17 hits. Let's see if we've taken off all their infantry or not. This here is 10, 13, 11, 12, 13. Wow. 14, 15, 16, 17. Goodness gracious. One artillery left over. And a good few infantry taken off the board as well. Wow. That is something else. I did not expect that at all. So both sides were wildly successful, but they're still left in control of the territory. Now, if I made any mistakes, let me know. Let me just double check it. There's 10, 13 here, 14, 15, 16, 17. Wow. Plus they have the fighter there as well. Now, if they wanted to change up the casualties, they absolutely have that prerogative. Now we have 4. I'm going to condense this stack a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a total of 8 artillery and 4 infantry left over. I don't know what it is with these dice here. Maybe they're all just hyped up. They haven't been playing this game for a while, but I feel this game has some truly wildly good rolls. Let's take a look at the Switzerland battle. On both sides, not just on one side or the other, but it's just insane. Okay, so we have our 6 infantry attacking into Switzerland. Let's hopefully 2 2s. 4 hits. That's all we need, right? Yeah, the dice are really running hot. And then 2 3s here. Yeah, 2 4s. So they miss on those ones. So we've managed to successfully take out Switzerland and their units there as well. So it's been a crazy one. I feel in some sense I'm being robbed of an experience because the dice have been so swingy or so wild. Like, you want to simulate World War I to some extent as well. Okay, you know what I realized? I forgot to move some more units here. So these Belgians are staying here, and everything else up here is marching down south. Sorry about that. That was my intention. They wouldn't have just sat there by themselves. And these two fighters are flying down to Holland. And that takes care of that. So our income has gone up by 2. Let me just quickly review. $35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 40, we have 41, 42, 43, 44. We have 44 IPPs, or IPCs, I guess is the correct way. I need to start keeping track of this a little bit more as opposed to just counting it up each and every turn. So 44 IPCs, going into my bin. And now I get to place my units here on the board. So these all, of course, just go to Berlin. And the 2 fighters. Okay, thank you all for watching. It has been a weird experience for this turn. Verdun truly is going to be a battleground for all nations. We shall see how our opponents respond on that theater. If they'll bleed themselves white, or if they'll make other bold maneuvers somewhere else. For their record, I have 4 infantry and 8 artillery sitting in Lorraine. And up here I have 6 infantry and 5 artillery in Belgium. So plenty of pressure there against the opponent, I think. Thank you all for watching. Cheers.